But that's the thing. The only thing I remember are those 3 stories. I know there's tons of passages, but to me, I always thought Christianity had a bunch of stories as guidelines. Even as a kid, I thought it was like, oh, this is like sharing and be nice to your neighbors. I didn't know these people out there that are like,
well, you know, I'm still cool. I understand, like, the guidelines are definitely, like, genuine in a lot of ways, but at the same time, it's common sense. You know what? Don't rape and murder people.
Yeah, I said
the end. It's pretty fucking simple.
I want you to get back into your story. I just want to throw in there really quickly. You said that you ran up there and you said that you were going to devote your life to God.
Because you were bored.
Well, no, but for some reason, I had this weird moment in my head where I was thinking almost like in a From Dusk Till Dawn moment, like if there was ever like a vampire apocalypse or something.
If I could, like,
we would need you. You like Stamper, you'd be drinking a beer, and we'd be so royally fucked. And it was like, Stamper, wait, you're devoting yourself to God.
There's only
you need to bless the
you gotta fucking do this shit, dude. And you're like, man, I don't know how to do it.
Flash it in vampire's face.
Oh shit, yeah, you're like,
I don't know. Does that work? Did I get the power?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think that's how it works.
Dibs.
Yeah, you went up there. The priest gave it to you. Whether you used it or not,
but he gave you the secret code to use it, though. You have to say the secret prayer.
Were you guys baptized?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I was.
I had my little...
No, let me tell you something.
I had my little baby.
No, let me tell you something. You know why?
Something.
I was baptized because I heard the priest takes you out for ice cream if you do all that.
Wait, does he hold your hand?
No.
Does he brush your hair like slightly with his hand?
We went to Dairy Queen and I'm sitting there eating my sundae and he's like, so how do you feel about God? And I was like, oh, I fucking love him. It's great.
He's yummy.
Like you were
dude, I'm
very
like
chocolatey.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck. It's just like they wanted fucking ice cream and I went up there because I was bored. I was baptized and devoted my life to God because I was bored and wanted ice cream.
So then what happened?
The end. Wait, but do I still have my powers?
I think so.
You know, like when a black dude gives you like a nigga pass?
Oh,
that's right.
You got the... Wait, Stamper got the nigga pass.
Dude, I got the nigga pass like 20 years
I know, but today I saw it in action. When we were walking into the office, you go, hey, brother. And then out of absolutely nowhere, a black guy just comes out of the corner and just goes, hey, Stamper. And you're like, hey, man.
And then we popped out of a dumpster like Oscar.
Didn't he, though? Where did he come from?
He handed me a laminated card.
Does that happen if you say that anywhere? Do you just go, hey, brother?
Dude, yeah, try it, man. Just go to
I don't have the...
No, we had Greg come over. Greg works on our house. He's this older black gentleman, but he comes in and every single time he's like, every time he sees Stamper, he's like, hey, baby!
And Stamper's like, hey, baby! And then they both like get on like that.
Stamper.
He's my baby.
Do you know how you said you were baptized because you wanted ice cream?
Yeah. I got fucking water in my nose and everything.
No.
Bullshit.
The only reason...
There's a fucking swimming pool.
I know. Did
you have like stuff...
Hold on. I know it's fucking taxing, but the reason why I went to it is because, like, do you know, like, wet t-shirts and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, you didn't get...
No, I thought I would see, like, milk duds.
No, they saw yours, though.
No,
they gave you a wet t-shirt.
I went to a baptist thing because we thought we would see girls' titties.
Yeah, instead it was just a bunch of boys.
That is a sin, and you're going to hell, Colin.
God would think if
I was built in God's image, and he better fucking like titties and butts. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, if God built us in his image, then he must be a fucking freak, dude.
He was a fucking filthy pervert, dude.
Yes.
Trap.
He was like traps.
Yeah, dude, he's totally like cross-dressing and fucking like...
I'm so
like
fucking sorry.
He's got a great big
ass. He's got some sumptuous boobies.
No, it's like this. You guys talked.
He's got a big old wiener right next to his juicy vagina.
You talked about this.
I didn't ask him to put juicy, delicious butts on girls. That wasn't my idea. I was thrown into this world.
Whatever. You got the pass.
Like a Christopher Nolan movie.
I just planted here, like, and like I just see like fucking like asses all around me, like, and you're just like, oh god, like if like God has to be like that, or is that a challenge that he's giving to you?
Yeah, he's giving you temptation.
Is he giving you temptation?
He's like, look at this butt, look at this bartender that just served you tonight.
Don't get too personal.
You know what? That always bothered me too. This whole like free will bullshit. It's like he gave the whole point is that we have free will, so we make the right choices, so that we get to go to heaven, right? But if you make the wrong choices, you don't get to go to heaven. But if he knows everything, he already knows all the choices that you would have made before you even fucking made.
No,
so why did he ever fucking make you?
No,
so you could have the free will. What, to fuck up and go to hell? Thanks for creating me so I could go to hell, asshole.
Me and Zach were talking about this the other day, and we're like, the only person that, like, if heaven exists, the only person in there is like Mr. Rogers. Like,
Mr. Rogers was awesome.
He was the only like guy who like He didn't sin.
God has a sense of humor.
I hope he's up there.
God has a sense of humor because he created humans. And also God has a sense of humor because he created humans and monkeys. So the atheists could argue that we came from monkeys and that we weren't born at the same time.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, no, yeah, you get that argument where it's like, if monkeys still around, then why we still have monkeys?
Yeah, no.
Like,
God created monkeys and
because
people.
we're not monkeys. We're like fucking, we have this common ancestry that goes back like tens of thousands of years.
I'm joking.
No, I know. I'm just saying like what they
It's
think.
a rich raffle.
Here's another one. So you have God, whatever, Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ?
You have heaven and hell, right?
Yeah.
So you be a good boy, and you go to heaven.
Wait, and purgatory. Who has purgatory? Is purgatory in all, or is that just in like Catholicism, or just in
Purgatory is right now.
Yeah.
What? It's purgatory. Sleepy cast.
We're halfway there. We just gotta make the better
That is the
decisions.
name of this episode. Purgatory is Sleepy Cast.
Or just purgatory.
What it is. So you have Good Boy Town and Bad Boy Town, right?
Yeah, and then
you're a good boy, you go up north, and you're a bad boy, you go down south. Why are they working together? You know, if I hated somebody, why would I be like, listen, this guy's a piece of shit. Can you punish him for eternity?
Like, when you set him on fire for the rest of this
I didn't sign up for this fucking game of life.
I don't understand how it's like, you know.
has to be born.
So what's
You asked me born, God!
Mom.
Give me back my choice!
so what's the story? Like Lucifer's kicked out of heaven, right? Because he's like a fallen angel.
The fallen angel.
He was
Essentially-
jealous. He was jealous that God loved the humans or something.
Right. Okay. So he's in hell, right?
Yeah.
This is propaganda from God.
You know what I think?
Yeah, he's probably the nice
then
guy.
I think God wants to fuck.
So if he doesn't like fucking God, then why is he doing God favors and punishing people?
He's employed by God still.
I have a question.
And he's like still mad.
I have a
pyramid
question.
scheme.
He's making like minimum Lucifer
Do you
wage.
think either God or Jesus, do you think they might be closet homosexuals?
Why do you say that?
Because they have such an avid hatred for gays?
Yeah, most
they
people who
spread
hate
it.
gays a lot, they
Yeah,
are
the
gay.
people who are like
Yeah,
really
they definitely
against
spread it, you know.
Like, yeah, they're
I
like,
want to know where that whole stigma came from. Like, some guy saw another guy with another guy,
Here's how
and
you
there was
see it.
they had such a problem with it that they had to
like,
write it in
yeah.
the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
Or was there a
He wrote
prophet?
it in an ancient tome.
They did. They were like,
fucking
facts. No, but it's like, seriously, what could have possibly, who thought to put that in there, and you know what I mean? Like, who was like, yeah, totally, fuck those guys.
God hates rapists.
And it's like,
God
are you
hates
sure?
murderers,
Yes,
and he
God
hates
told
gay
me.
people.
God told me he hates gay people. It's like, what?
God came down from the heavens and told me he hates gays.
It's like, and then someone's like, yeah, let's put that in the book. It just seems so bizarre to me.
What about lesbians?
It was effective. It's still going on.
I know.
As if it fucking matters
Of
what
all the
your
things,
fucking
though.
neighbor's doing. Who gives a
You
shit?
got murdered,
That's
you've got
exactly-
plagues, you've got starvation,
That's
you've got
exactly-
all wars, you've got all this fucking shit, but then you got two guys kissing, and someone's like,
It's the worst. It's the worst of them all. It's
I don't give two fucks if the guy at Wawa is fucking another guy. What difference does it make? It has no draw on my life.
I just don't understand why it is a crime. That's what's so bizarre to me. Like,
It fascinates me with
The
that.
one thing that I've noticed,
Mind your own fucking business. This is what I
the
say.
one thing I've noticed, like
Mind your own business, Corey.
they give the argument.
Mind your own business, Mick.
I am.
Kyle, mind your own business.
They give
About
the,
what?
They give the argument of the
Fucking
sanctity.
guys?
It ruins the sanctity of marriage.
I know.
The
It
they give the argument that it ruins the sanctity of marriage. Marriage is a holy sacrament,
Blech.
just like communion, just like confirmation. all
So
that
worry about your own fucking marriage.
However,
Do you know what the number one cause of divorce is?
No.
Marriage.
yeah, well,
Right?
the first ever stand-up comedian said that joke. But no,
yeah, back in Jesus'
But the thing
time.
is, the difference between,
It's in the Bible.
the difference between Ireland and here is that no one is divorced really in Ireland. Like a couple, like rarely anyone is divorced in Ireland. But
You
here,
guys meet when you're like 23 and just put up with it.
no, but yeah, no, I think it's they might be scared. I don't know, or they. But here I've noticed everybody's divorced.
It's hardcore Catholic over there, though. Over here, it's
not
hardcore
though.
Christian.
They all pretend they are. That's the thing. They all like I don't know anyone like in Ireland who will like rub fucking the Bible.
It's
in your
brownie points since they're always looking down upon
The
it.
main
God,
driving point for every human being ever, regardless of anything they do, any walk of life they have, is fear. That's it.
Everyone I've met.
Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you get your work done? I'm afraid I'm going to get fired. I'm afraid this is going to happen.
You're saying marriages is you're afraid you're going to be alone?
Oh well, and then religion ties in.
It's pretty safe to say that.
Why do you support God? I don't want to go to hell and be burned for eternity.
It's pretty safe to say that all of my friends' parents are divorced. Like, your parents are divorced?
Yeah.
Your parents are divorced.
My parents were divorced and remarried.
Your parents are divorced.
That
is crazy. Like, that never happens in Ireland. That is so rare. And here it's just like it's really
America.
Like you should get divorced. Like, I think, because
it's also a strange era, like where, like for example, my parents were married when they were 19. Bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck up now. There's no way I'm gonna get married now.
Yeah, no, Stanford, you're doing it right. Like you're what I want to be in like a few years.
You know what's so funny?
If this was the generation back then, we would all have children right now.
My parents are.
Oh my God.
When my dad and mom were my age, they were already like dating. They're already like.
Dude, it's pretty common to have kids when you're a fucking teenager.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting is anytime I've spoken with someone and they mention that they've gotten a divorce, if you ever say, "Oh, I'm sorry," the response 100% of the time that I've experienced is, "I'm not." Exactly. Because that's exact. They got a divorce because they weren't happy. Divorces don't just happen accidentally. I mean, yeah, there might be some cases where, you know, it wasn't necessarily mutual, but for the most part, if people are willing to get a divorce, it's probably been building up for a while, and that they are not happy. So once they do the split,
I actually don't know. I don't know the statistic here, but is it safe to say that most marriages end in divorce in America?
I don't know if it's most.
I would say
statistic-wise,
I don't know.
But everyone of my friends' parents are divorced.
I will say that it's rare to see a very happy marriage.
My parents had.
Sometimes it works well. Sometimes it works very well.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes you do fucking Let's Plays and you get 8 billion fucking subscribers. Guess what? You're part of this 0.00001%.
At the same time, I'll say this for the record. Fuck marriage. If you find somebody that you really like, just spend time with them forever. Why get married?
That's what I always say when I like get a girlfriend or whatever. I'm always like, I've said this since I was a kid. I'm always going to get.
There's a lot of residual shit. Family pressure.
Taxes.
I said this ever since I was a kid.
It is interesting that the government promotes it in terms of like how the system is built to give certain benefits to married couples. It's just interesting that the system actually is built around.
There's a lot of factors. Like ladies, they grow up and they think about their ideal marriage and stuff like that, but they don't. I wouldn't say that's another form of brainwashing, but at the same time, it's like. It's just something that's kind of in your bones from a very early age.
I don't think humans are made to be monogamous because, like,
they most certainly aren't.
No. When you just spend your life with one person. Like,
why can't we just jump in a big old pile of humans and just be happy?
That's how
the big clusterfuck.
Happy and horny.
That's how it's supposed to be. But
why don't you surround yourself with people and spend time with people you care about?
What you really meant to say was, why can't you surround yourself with people you want to fuck them?
Yes.
Well, I mean that's part of it.
But ever since I was a kid, I always said I said this. So any like girlfriend I ever have, I always be like, it's not just you. I've always said that I'm always going to get prenup, and I'm always going to not want to get married. But if I find someone I love who really really wants to get married, and that's what they really want, all right, fair enough. Like I'll probably just fucking bite the bullet and do it.
But if you married them, you would be monogamous.
Yeah. Well, no, I would be monogamous. Like, every relationship I ever have, I'm monogamous. Like, I don't...
He's talking special case.
Yeah, just a very special case, but... Yeah.
Versus, what's it called? Versus obligation.
Obligation,
to do so.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
But that is part of marriage. The part of it, and it's not even supposed to be a shameful word when you say it in the context of marriage, is obligation is a part of the job description. You should, through better or worse, right? For better or for worse. So
I mean obligation beforehand, the obligation to get married before any of the obligation even kicks in.
That is, and socially though, that is an obligation. You stick around with a partner long enough, people start asking questions if you don't get married, or they all start pressuring you to do so. I think though that the end result is because they want you to have kids, is really what it is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You can't have
to advance the human race.
Yeah. I don't know. I actually just don't know, but is a mom and dad and a kid situation, is that better for the kid than divorced situation? Is it?
Well, look at it this way. Like, I guess it's different because for me, my parents were divorced when I was 1, so my dad was my stepdad.
We were divorced when I was 2.
Yeah.
My mom got divorced when I was like like 6-7 months old.
But my dad was my stepdad, and I always considered him more of like my father figure.
Right.
So it never. I guess it really just depends on how you're raised. On
Absolutely,
how
100%. I do not think you need to have one male, one female. You do not need to have two parents. I think if you have one strong parental figure, you're set. I mean, look, I was raised by my grandma primarily because my mom was working and she was in college, and I never met my dad, and my mom didn't get remarried until
Isn't
I was
that common
12.
in Asia though?
What? To have a
grandma raise you?
Yeah. Well, they have the whole family unit. My grandfather was still in Asia at the time, and he would come to visit occasionally. But yeah, my grandma pretty much raised me, and I think I turned out okay, honestly. You know what I mean? And so I don't think it's a matter of
outstanding citizen.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of, you need to have a mom and a dad in order for you to, whatever the case is. I think that's a very bizarre and closed-minded view of it. I know plenty of people with a mom and a dad, straight out of a picture book, and they are the biggest fucking assholes I know. I have no problem believing that you could be raised by fucking wolves, and if they were good wolves, that you would come out as a decent person.
You'd be fine. Yeah.
I want to talk about how sinning is looked down upon, and it's like there's so many things that are considered sinning, like the 7 deadly sins, like gluttony, sloth,
get them all.
Lust, greed, wrath.
Is theft? Wrath isn't a sin.
It is. It actually is. Yeah, wrath is one of them.
Anger, it's
like coming down on somebody.
Murder, envy.
So the 7 deadly sins are lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride.
Right.
And what's funny is like half of those things you fucking do on a regular basis.
Half of those things you can't live. You can't actually function.
I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking sorry that the last 3 months of my life were horrible, and then I was finally proud of something.
You made a fucking macaroni makeshift thing for your mom, and she's so proud of it. And you have pride because of that. Is that a fucking sin?
And then now both of you are fucked.
I studied for 12 years to become a fucking surgeon, and I can't be proud of myself. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't want to sit.
But you could also spin so many things. Like even if like doing good, right? Even if doing good, you're someone who it likes to give, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So you give a lot.
Yeah.
Well, now you're being greedy. You are, because you're doing something for yourself.
Where's the
no matter how much you give in order to feel good.
Where's the 7 lovely sins?
Yeah.
Not to be confused.
The 7 lovely sins are chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, patient kindness, and humility.
Oh wow! I didn't fucking know.
That's just
those are just the opposites.
So one of them are chastity, which means you're not allowed to have sex. That's
right.
So
it's
in
a virtue,
fairness,
right?
Okay, so it's basically just don't have fun.
Right.
Yeah, just
don't have sex. Don't be proud of yourself. No, I think if the 7 deadly sins.
Wait, sex is supposed to be fun?
Well, it's not. Yeah, well, I guess it's like it's the opposite to the vice of lust.
Right.
So it's the virtue in comparison. So the opposite of gluttony would be temperance. The opposite of greed is charity, sloth, diligence, wrath, patience, envy, kindness, and pride and humility.
I'm just,
pretty much it's just the opposite of 7 deadly sins.
Yeah. I think all of those sins, and actually all of those sins and all of their opposites, I think it's if you take any of them to the extreme, that's when it's a problem.
No. But what, I guess
but
what
if
I'm
the idea
saying
that any of them are technically a sin, it's like Jesus.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is me and Stamper were talking about this. It's like I don't want to go up to heaven with a bunch of fucking old people in a waiting room and eat crackers and wine all day. I want to go fucking party with Satan and the demon girls and fucking do drugs off their titties.
Yo, those demon girls spread their blood.
Do you want to know something?
Love it.
They do.
Okay, so
and they envy that.
Yeah.
There's that word.
So they envy that. So did you know that the demons?
Things like, yo, there's a room over there. You need to check that shit out, dude.
let me tell you,
there's some shit going on in there.
So listen, you know that in heaven,
and then I'll buy them all drinks and stuff. Everything will be copious. It'll be great.
You know,
wait, no, copacetic. That's the word.
You know that in heaven, none of the sins are allowed.
I have to move that little fork tail over.
None of the sins are allowed in heaven, right?
The angels will show up, and the show you get is a fucking chastity belt.
So it's not like you get to go. Yeah, you don't get to go up to heaven and drink and fucking party.
Let me tell you what fucking heaven is. It's playing ping pong and being a faggot.
So fucking asses playing ping pong. Booze, beer, bitches.
That means
that's hell.
That literally
that's fun time.
No, that literally means that this If hell is burning for eternity and heaven is sitting around singing Om all day long,
heaven's washing old people.
Fine.
That means
this is it.
Right. This is it.
This is the only time that you're gonna be able to drink and fuck and swear and do all the sinny things that are so fun.
And let me tell you something, Corey. You're gonna go to heaven, and God's gonna come up to you and be like, "Hey, what's up, Corey? You did a good job on earth. Welcome to heaven. You wanna play badminton?" And you're gonna be like, "No."
That's gay.
Exactly. And he's gonna be like, "Gay," and then bang you.
But did you know, guys,
off the cloud.
that there are demons?
Put his hand on your forehead, his big giant fingertip on your forehead, and be like, "You're banished from heaven forever." And you're gonna be like, and.
Because they fall and plummet,
Yeah.
and then like Satan's like, dude, you don't know how many.
He's
people
like, "Dude, we got badminton if you want it, you fucking queer. But we also got the room full of the demon girls spreading their butts. It's great. Go over there and look."
That is actually. Should I turn into a demon for a
Jesus, you
second?
sounded like a fucking demon.
Did you know that there are different demons associated with each deadly sin?
Yeah. It was in Dante's Inferno, I think. So like when he went to the level
I remember
with the
God of War,
gluttons,
that was great.
it was like people that would like force feed you food and then like tear out your innards and shit. And then there was like the lust ones where they would like fuck your dick off. Or
The lust
something
one's
like
called
that.
Asmodeus. Is the lust sin, but you know, like Beelzebub?
Yeah.
That's envy.
Fuck your dick off.
Beelzebub is envy.
Do you know what I mean?
Lucifer is the demon of pride.
Dude, she fucked my dick
No, you go.
off.
You go
I don't know any of the other
you
ones,
go to
though.
heaven, and when you sign over your life to heaven, the first thing that happens is your dick falls off.
Yeah.
So your angel can be androgynous,
Yeah.
and then
You'd like that, Corey.
You know that's actually what angel wings are made out of? Dick skin.
it just falls into a little chopper. And
Dick
angel
skin and
wings pop
vagina
out.
flap skin. That's it falls right off, and then they peel it as wide as they can.
Oh man, could you
Like wings out of
imagine
it.
being the guy who has to clean up all the dick skin and fucking vagina skin and stick it into the man-made machinery in heaven?
Patriarchy in heaven.
I guarantee you, they clip coupons in heaven.
Yeah.
They
Have wet dreams.
Senior discounts.
Have wet dreams in their
They watch a lot of Wheel of Fortune.
They have wet dreams and hide it from God.
God walks by to inspect all the
He
wet.
comes in, he peeks in the window, he's like, "Did you have a wet dream?" You're like, "No, God.
I just
I'm
pissed
okay."
myself a little bit. He's like, you don't have a dick. Your wings are made out of your dick. And
It's like I was drinking the holy water. You got to make up some
What do you think is
excuse.
the biggest sin you could commit if you got into heaven?
Taking dick pictures of God.
Fucking a baby angel.
Baby angels are cute, though. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
those big chubby cheeks and
It's
those
like,
juicy
dude, this
butts.
baby angel's like 8,000 years old. I just got here. Come on, man. It's not
Hey, I'm like
statutory.
younger than this fucking baby angel, dude.
I would be so good at bullshitting God. I'd be like, "Bro, I just got here. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this whole fucking heaven."
I'll be God in this scenario. Okay, go for
I
it.
brown nose the fuck out of God. I gotta get on his good side so I can get some brownie
If you were
points.
to be God, though, you have to accuse him of something.
When he changes the rules, when everyone has to come down for the Y2K or whatever, I'm be like, listen, God, listen, I did all that
I
shit.
You know
keep-
what Y2K is, Corey?
Listen,
You know what
the
Y2K
rapture.
is?
It's the Millennium Bug.
Sorry, the rapture is what I'm
Okay.
talking
I would
about.
kiss God's ass so
That's what I'm
hard.
saying. I'd
I'd be
rather
like,
say-
"Yo, are those
I'll be-
fresh new J's?"
Yeah,
Separate.
exactly.
I'll be God in this
on his
scenario.
toga, and then he comes when you're coming down on the fucking like boogie plane to Earth again to like go on the big projector and look at all the sins you guys did. You're like, come on, knock if you, man. I was drunk. I can't explain
I'd be
that.
real with God. I'd be like, "Oh, that's a fucking nice toga. How do you keep it so white? Clorox bleach?"
And he's like,
"Well,
no.
Where'd you buy that at?"
He's like, I
I
use
made it,
Vanish,
dude.
Vanish
He's
OxyClean.
like, I made it.
Vanish OxyClean, purer than you. All right, so Stamper, I'll be God in this scenario. Stamper,
"Stop."
my
This
big.
podcast brought to you by Vanish OxyClean for God. Buy some Vanish OxyClean.
Be whiter than God.
Be whiter
because
than
black
God.
is for hell. Okay, but so basically,
Black is.
Stamper, my baby's anuses are larger than usual today. Do you have anything to do with this?
Yeah, baby, I fucked him.
Down to hell with you.
Bye.
That's the end of that.
That's it. We're done.
I get to hell.
It's over.
Satan's like, "Check it out. There's a lot of baby anus."
No, you should be like,
How
he'd be
there's
like,
so many?
baby!
There's so many. There's so many.
I heard about
They keep the bodies together, so they just have to make them separate. Make the baby asses
Just a big
float in.
wall of baby ass.
Yeah, they're like we had overtime.
Dude, jokes aside, if anything, I would get to hell and I would have to I'd have to pull Satan aside and be like, "Listen, dude, I know you like to party. This is a fucking awesome t-shirt, by the way. But listen,
I just
man,
got 3 words on it, man.
I need to fucking relax for a second." And I bet he'd be cool. He'd be like, "All right."
he
He's
would
like,
listen.
"Hey, you know what? You take your time, because guess what? We got eternity.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit to do. And I'll be like, all right, I just need a nap.
He's like, God tells everybody I'm supposed to set you on fire.
If anything, he'd be fucking annoying. Like, he'd like bang on your door and be like, dude, we need a fucking party. And you're just like, no, man.
That's what hell is.
Please give me a break. You bring him in, you try to cook him eggs and be like, calm down.
Say, I like my eggs pickled. Come on, man.
Just give me 2 fucking seconds. Just fucking get my brain together.
Like these kind of eggs.
Now, does the devil like split every single time there's a new person? Because I'm imagining that if the more people that were there, like let's say back in the beginning, there's only like a few billion people down in hell. But now there's billions and billions of people in hell at this point. So it's like they either had to hire more people.
Yeah. So
Mick, how do they manage that?
So Mick, isn't the whole
no way they hired enough demons to fucking punish that many people?
Especially at the rate that we're
the wallets that coming out of?
Isn't the whole point
below minimum wage is bullshit?
Unless they're converting the people that go down as like new recruits.
Isn't the whole point of the Christian view of religion? I think it's just the Christian view of religion is that there's going to be a holy war between the angels and the demons eventually. But wouldn't there be way more people that go to hell?
Oh my god, hell would totally
fucking dominate, dude.
Yeah.
Totally dominate.
Like heaven would go on Twitter and say mean things.
No, they wouldn't even. They'd be like, "Oh God, I don't want to hurt you." Heaven will be like, "Oh, jeez, is this gonna hurt?" And hell will be like, "Fuck you." They're like ISIS.
Heaven would be starting fundraisers like, "Oh, an angel died. We need to fix this."
Yeah. They
raised $3,000.
Yeah, on their Kickstarter.
Satan would be like, "Hey, we're making a new beer."
Yeah, and you're like, "Shit, dude."
Their Kickstarter
like fucking. Yeah, he's like demon semen beer. Demon semen beer.
And then you're like, that doesn't sound very good. But then you see all these girls coming in.
It's like I'm kickstarting butts and pussy for everyone.
And then God's like,
the butts and pussy for everyone.
Hey, I'm bringing back the VCR. Woo!
Dude, fucking Satan would fucking... If there was a Kickstarter, Satan would pay the
like how out
entirety
of touch heaven is.
Yeah, they're like, they don't even know how to double click a mouse, and Satan's got a fucking iPad.
You really lost touch with how life is right now. You really lost touch.
We gotta... That's God's favorite thing. He's just the VCR. He has all his favorite prized things: the VCR and the cassette player. That's his things. He's
got like his bookshelf of tapes.
He's listening,
and then he's got like the top and like the top 4 rows are like his normal VHS tapes, and then like the bottom one is the taller one that's got all his Disney ones on it. Because they're the big white ones that don't fit on any other fucking shelf.
I have no problem with people who are
rocking and roll.
My best man is very Christian, and I love his family dearly. Like, and listen, if there is God, that's awesome. They always say that, like, you know, you have to be open to God. I am open to the idea of it.
I am as well.
And you know what? Honestly, if God knows everything, right? But if God knows everything, and if God wants my attention, He knows how to fucking get it.
Exactly.
He knows how to fucking get it. No debate.
I'm open to God, but I need evidence.
Yeah, they say, but that's not faith. That's
not faith. But like, if he just comes down and just goes peekaboo and just leaves like for like 1 second, then you'd be like,
I won't think that's God.
Let me tell you something.
I don't think I just had a quick hallucination.
I could never believe in a God or trust a God or respect a God even that wanted blind faith out of His creations. I would believe that if I created something, I would have to earn that respect. And they're like, well, they made you. Well, I don't know that. But I'm saying that if you can earn my respect or if you can try to do something to earn someone's respect and they still turn you down and they still, put their nose up at you, fuck them. But
how about this, Mick? You're only allowed to go to heaven if you praise me, if you go down on your knees every day and go, you're great, I'm great. Like, why would you want to worship a God that wants you to actually go down on your knees and be like, God, I love you? What? Like, seriously, that is.
You know what that is? That's pride. That's pride.
Oh my God,
that's fucking vanity.
You debunked religion right there.
That's a fucking deadly sin.
Nick just debunked religion.
Let me tell you something. You know why they do that? Because they want their fucking pretty house on the side of the ocean, like their fucking their nice 2-story house with their fucking perfect wife and all this shit. They want this perfect because when you go to heaven, you get everything you want. You get the one thing you always wanted, which
what if you want
is
titties and beer?
Which is greed.
Corey. That's so beautiful how you were just like, your ideal life is a 2-story house.
No, it's just like that's what people want. They want the perfect ideal world, living in the. That's what I want to live in the Bahamas. That'd be fucking amazing.
Do you even like?
But like that's what they want. But you know what that is? That's greed because you want that.
Yeah.
You don't want to give.
You're doing all this good stuff so you can have material or you can have the things that make you feel so good.
It's all worked. It's fucking fascinating.
But you can spin it. I remember talking to people about friendship too.
The most generous, amazing people I have ever met in my life aren't religious. I'll say that much.
Well, that's
They don't
true.
give a shit. They're human beings.
That's all you gotta
That's what we're doing.
Don't kill your neighbor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Surprise! Yeah, it's pretty fucking
Do you
simple.
want to
isn't
talk
it?
about when we stopped like being religious, all of us?
No, you okay?
No, I was burping while talking, so I looked like
All right, I guess for me,
Drunk homo, you're like, do you want to talk?
Don't bring the whole thing back. Come on, I'm working hard not to look like a homo.